Whiskers, the cat, was very small. She had soft, fluffy grey fur and the tiniest paws you could imagine. Her eyes were big and curious, always looking for new adventures around every corner. Despite her small size, she had a big personality and loved exploring her surroundings. Paws, the dog, was very big. He was a golden retriever with a shiny golden coat that gleamed in the sunlight. Paws had a gentle nature and loved everyone he met. His favorite activities included running in the park, playing fetch, and of course getting belly rubs from his favorite humans. Whiskers liked naps and milk. She would often find the coziest spots to curl up and take a nap, dreaming of chasing butterflies and climbing trees. Milk was her favorite treat, and she would purr contentedly as she lapped it up from her bowl. Paws liked walks and belly rubs. He enjoyed the fresh air and the feeling of grass under his paws as he explored the neighborhood. After a long walk, there was nothing he loved more than a good belly rub, which always made his tail wag with joy. One sunny day they met. Whiskers hissed. Paws wagged his tail. Whiskers was a bit scared at first, unsure of this big, friendly dog. Paws, on the other hand, was excited to make a new friend and couldn't stop wagging his tail. They looked at each other. Whiskers' eyes were wide with curiosity, while Paws' eyes were full of kindness. It was a moment of uncertainty, but also a moment of potential. Maybe, just maybe, they could be friends. Whiskers took a cautious step forward, her tiny paws barely making a sound. Paws remained still, his tail wagging slowly as he watched her approach. Whiskers took a slow step. Paws sat down gently. He wanted to show her that he meant no harm and that he was a friend she could trust. Whiskers rubbed against Paws' big paw. Paws licked Whiskers' head. It was a gesture of friendship and acceptance, and it made Whiskers feel safe and loved. They were going to be the best of friends. From that day on, Whiskers and Paws were inseparable. They played together, napped together, and shared many wonderful adventures. Their friendship was a beautiful example of how differences can bring us closer together. Whiskers and Paws loved to play. They were the best of friends, always finding new ways to have fun together. Whether it was a sunny day or a rainy afternoon, they made the most of every moment. They chased butterflies in the garden. The fluttering wings fascinated them, and they would leap and bound, trying to catch the elusive insects. Their playful antics brought joy to everyone who watched. They played hide and seek behind the curtains. Whiskers would peek out, her eyes gleaming with mischief, while Paws tried to find her. Their games were endless and filled with laughter. Paws would hide a squeaky toy. He loved the challenge of finding the perfect hiding spot, making sure it was just tricky enough for Whiskers to find. Whiskers loved to find it. She would search high and low, her curiosity driving her to uncover Paws' clever hiding places. The joy of discovery was always worth the effort. Every day was an adventure. They explored the world together, from the backyard to the farthest corners of the house. Their bond grew stronger with each new discovery. They would curl up together for naps. After a long day of play, there was nothing better than snuggling up with a best friend. Their naps were peaceful and filled with dreams of their next adventure. Paws liked to sleep near the sunny window. The warmth of the sun made him feel cozy and content, and he would often doze off with a happy sigh. Whiskers liked to sleep on Paws' soft fur. She found comfort in his gentle breathing and the steady rise and fall of his chest. It was the perfect spot for a cat nap. They were the happiest cat and dog in the world. Their days were filled with love, laughter, and endless fun. Together they created a world of joy and companionship that was truly special. One afternoon, Paws couldn't find his favorite ball. He sniffed everywhere. Under the couch, behind the bookcase. Where could it be? Paws whined sadly. He loved that ball. Whiskers rubbed against Paws' leg. "Don't worry," she meowed. "We'll find it together." Whiskers was a very clever cat. She had a plan. Section 4. Teamwork to the rescue. Whiskers, being small and nimble, checked under the bed. She was determined to find the missing ball. Her tiny paws and sharp eyes made her the perfect candidate for this task. She moved swiftly, her whiskers twitching with anticipation. She squeezed behind the dresser, her body contorting to fit into the tight space. It was a challenging spot, but Whiskers was up for it. She knew every nook and cranny of the house. She even climbed the curtains for a better look. From up high she could see the entire room. Her vantage point gave her a new perspective, but still the ball was nowhere to be found. Paws, with his powerful nose, sniffed everywhere. His sense of smell was his greatest asset. He could detect even the faintest scent of the ball. He moved methodically, ensuring he didn't miss a single spot. He checked the toy basket. It was one of his favorite places, filled with all sorts of treasures. But today, the ball wasn't there. Paws didn't give up. He knew persistence was key. He even looked in the backyard. The open space gave him more room to search. Suddenly, Whiskers meowed loudly. She found it. Her sharp eyes had finally spotted the ball. The ball had rolled under the rug in the living room. It was a sneaky hiding spot, but Whiskers' persistence paid off. Paws was so happy. His tail wagged furiously as he ran to Whiskers. He wagged his tail and barked with joy. Their teamwork had saved the day. Together, they celebrated their success, knowing that with each other's help they could overcome any challenge. Section 5. Friends forever. Paws licked Whiskers' head. "Thank you, Whiskers," he barked. "You're the best friend a dog could ask for." Whiskers purred happily. They had solved the mystery together. From that day on, Paws and Whiskers knew that they could face any challenge together. Their friendship was strong and true, and they always had each other's backs.